kicking my ass. Oh, those games suck. I do like them. You know, I mean, there's maybe it's because of my age, and I will admit that those games are hard. Well, always had some legendary difficulty to them, especially on their harder modes. But I mean, seriously, those games can be insanely brutal. And from what I gather, some of that was by design. I mean, even old Pod Racer wasn't exactly that easy. Shadows, I remember being easy, except for when you started cranking the difficulty up. Then it got hard quick. So, I don't know. That's just another one of those things where you either actually like the games or you're just waxing nostalgic over them. I don't know. Anyway, so no, I was getting into an interesting discussion with someone earlier about somebody actually defending Attack of the Clones, and I began to realize that I don't say that I'm in love with the prequels, but I'm beginning to realize that we're just damn inconsistent as a fan base to the point to where you kind of have to stand back. What it really comes down to is I watched the Blanket reviews at the beginning of this year. I didn't even know about them all this time, you know. I didn't go out of my way to run into them. I'd actually seen Red Letter Media's Half in the Bag stuff before that. Didn't even know about this Blanket thing. Anyways, I happened to stumble across them. They're good, damn good. The problem was by the third one, and I did like Revenge, but by the end of the third one, you're just like, Jesus, why do you like Star Wars at all? You know, because you sit through and you watch the original trilogy, and you're like, well, it's all messed up by the prequels, and at the same time, you notice the stuff that he brings up about the prequels in the original trilogy. And then you go, wait a minute. He was doing it all along. Of course he was doing it all along. There's some things that derail the prequels. There is. Midichlorians, Jar Jar, you know. Overuse of CGI. But, and I know someone is saying, well, you're just jumping on the bandwagon with that. No, I thought that back as a teen when I saw him. But in regards to overuse of CGI, I will counter back with this is why I defend the special editions. Him wanting to update the 70s look, because it did look like crap. I've seen the originals, you know. It looked like crap by the 90s. So... You know, I understand his desire to go CGI. It's just that CGI only works like in the early 90s, in the sense that you use some of it, but not too much. You still got to use actual sets and stuff. Like, honestly, you do what the special editions did, which I assume is what J.J. Abrams is going to do. You know, you go over the top when you need to go over the top. You go realistic when you can. You know, when you need to have Yoda lightsaber fight someone, which is another thing I didn't think I needed to do, you know, fine. You know, but I do understand, you know, I'm trying to think, Kyoto, no. Who is a lightsaber fighter guy, you know, who doesn't, I guess for the most part, conveniently the ones they show wielding a lightsaber in any of the movies is always someone that can easily be played by a human outside of Yoda. But, that all being said, this is kind of my thing, that in the end you start going, well, they did do that in the originals. And there's so much shit you don't question in the originals. And one of the ones I brought up was, or that I came to is, what is the rebellion fighting for again? Freedom. Okay, freedom of what? Freedom from an oppressive empire. Yeah, but what are they oppressing them about? You know? Freedom of religion's the only one I could gather, because, you know, obviously the Jedi were all wiped out, but even as a religion within that universe, we don't even see anybody actually pray to the Force or whatever. we assume the Jedi are doing some Force-related shit, but you literally don't. You don't even see like civilians coming to that temple and like donate to the Jedi or whatever. Or Yoda out there clinking the cup, passing around the tithing plate or whatever. I'm just saying. It's shit you don't think about. And then you start going, wait, if you're going to enjoy Plinkett being hypercritical of that, then you kind of have to either A, go, I only like Star Wars because I watched the originals as a kid and I just liked them then. And then I defend them as an adult while realizing that the stuff I don't like in the prequels was done in the originals. I mean, one of the things I realized is, Lucas, outside of Empire Strikes Back, was involved in writing all of them. And obviously, even with Empire, I'm sure it's still his damned outline, Which is crazy. A New Hope, or Star Wars, whichever you prefer to call it. That's totally crazy. You can argue, well, I think it does. Well, he had help in editing. That's fine. He wrote the damn screenplay, man. That means anything cool Han says, that's Lucas. That's insane. That's really insane. Well, but Harrison Ford ad-lib. That was Erwin Kershner directing then. Because Lucas had already gotten that big within one movie that he could just delegate. And I begin to realize, there's stuff I still don't like about the prequel. I like Jar Jar. I don't like Fett Jango being needlessly inserted just because of Boba. I like Boba. Because of his man with... I mean, George totally got why we liked Boba in the end. Because I watched the Empire Strikes Back commentary. I'm that big of a Star Wars guy. It's the fucking commentaries. He's talking about... I didn't know initially, but I assume it's because he's like the man with no name. It is because he's like the man with no name. For those of you who don't know who the man with no name is, it's the Clint Eastwood character from the spaghetti westerns in For a Few Dollars More, Fistful of Dollars, and The Good, the Bad, and the Ugly. And that is why I like Boba Fett. He just gives off that Clint Eastwood vibe. Like, oh yeah. Same with Harrison Ford, though. He gives off like the outlaw Josie Wells vibe. I know that George was recently quoted as saying the reason he wanted Han to shoot first or second was to make him more like John Wayne. And again, he is a space cowboy. That's why I, as a Texan, like him. Because, I mean, for God's sakes, look at him. He's walking around with a freaking gun on his hip and everything. He's a space cowboy. Just everything about his character, and that's why I'm like, in fairness to Mark Hamill and Carrie Fisher, part of the reason why Harrison Ford survived that film was because he had the role that was going to be the most survivable. I mean, how many films can you think of where a guy plays a knight-like character and that was his first role and he survives it? Or a female who plays a princess right off the bat and she survives that, Just looking at other fantasy films, they typically don't walk away from those. I'm serious. Even like The Princess Bride, who walked away from that and had a career? Maybe Andre the Giant because he already had one going in wrestling. Everybody else, they got nothing. Boone, don't give me Peter Falk or Fred Savage either. Because they don't count. I'm serious, though. Carrie Hughes, or whatever his name is. Not the female, I never see her. I'm sure they had a few roles after that. Hell, Carrie Fisher was in Blues Brothers, That was, I think, the same year as Empire. Or the year immediately after. Yeah. Which means that she was like a spry 21 in that. The reason why I don't like the love stuff in Attack of the Clones is not because of what Plinkett stuff, Some of it is the writing in the sense that they say stuff literally like Shakespeare writes stuff, and not in the iambic pentameter sense, but in the very dramatic, I'm literally talking about my feelings kind of way. And that is very Shakespearean, and only he gets away with that. Most people don't get to do, I really passionately, deeply love you. Shakespeare can, no one else can. That doesn't mean that he's a great writer. I actually kind of think we overrate him to a certain extent, but, whatever. But no one else is going to get away with that shit outside of him, Unfortunately, everybody else, no matter how good a writer you are, when you do it, you're going to get burned every freaking time. You got to be hackneyed in your own ways, like Josh sparked. Oh, I said it. Anyways, so... yeah, it's just one of those things I come to and I realize and I just go, holy shit. We're being too hypercritical. Yeah, you you can be too hypercritical of the prequels. And I think playing it is proof of that. Now, don't get me wrong, that man's got a job to do, or, you know, and I enjoyed it. Enjoyable review it. But at the same time, you know, well, he did it on his commentary tracks. You can do it with the originals, and there's plenty of stupid shit in those, you know? Why does Obi-Wan sacrifice himself? Fuck knows. Fuck knows. Why do I need to... God, see, I don't feel like changing my entire setup up. Yeah. Yeah. See, that's a pretty good hand. There's another part of me, too, that I want to get these all ranked up, and yet at the same time, I don't. Yeah, see, I'm already down to... So what I got left? I gotta do impact. You know, really kind of running out of crap that I care about. Oh, homing shot. And see, I can't tell if it's just a bigger map with those things. I think it is, honestly. My distance is just off today. And I'm not much of a sniper guy. What would the Empire one be? Well, yeah, see, that's why, yeah. I don't want to just be a dickbag and hang back and snipe today. Do they have shots? But that's just kills. No. That's not that good. I don't know, man. Makes me wonder. Stuff that we haven't really got to test yet. Big tester. I feel like that's not... But see, that serves me so well on other maps, though. Yeah. It's kind of my EE3, yeah. Anyways, though, it's just one of those things, once you have that realization come to your head, you kind of start pulling back, and you either, A, I think, will accept the fact that you're just kind of liking Star Wars because you did for nostalgia reasons, or B, you were actually always a fan, you know? Which is fine either way you go with it. Ooh, that's not bueno. I don't know what time it is in Europe right now, because obviously it's later here in America. Oh, wait. Wait. I said I needed to try that one map. Or maybe I didn't say that, I was just thinking it. We need to do that. I'm sorry. We probably don't need the sniper rifle then. Yeah. Yeah, that's cool. Okay. Okay. Wait. Do we got the defender set up? That pretty much is the defender, isn't it? Yeah. This is a hand I won't have to change much because I'm pretty much just going to use that. Yes. Let's go see what whatever looks like. it's just like this game too. Now there's stuff that it needs, more maps and stuff, but it's still got the Star Wars flavor to it, perfectly done. And as far as the gameplay aspects of it, it's either a matter if you accept or, from my standpoint, and this is why I like the game so much, is I do think there are problems out there with Battlefield and Call of Duty. And some of the stuff they don't need to go down. This, by the way, if melee has really become a one-shot kill from behind, stupid Swedes. Caving over shit you don't need to. I have one kill from behind. Good skill to sneak behind. No, it doesn't. I got a fucking card that keeps me immune to that. Not as much as that hurt. What's up with the Rhodians? Anyways, there's a lot. The kitty stuff I've never been a fan of. Even pretty much once you're past the age of 5, I think you stop liking that stuff. Or at least I didn't. You know, I can't believe how many people hate the fuck out of Jar Jar and defend the Ewoks and Jedi. You know, be consistent, damn you.
Stormtroopers are in possession of the cargo.
Cargo in possession. Defend it.
Yeah, you were right behind me. Oh my god, you retards.
Cargo picked up. Protect.
Good job with the smoke. Bad job with that. Kind of, oh, see, I gotta get used to not having the whatchamacallit on. Fuck you, fag.
Stormtroopers have the cargo box.
Bullshit, no one dies from that. God damn it, guys.
Stormtroopers are in possession of the cargo.
Why did I get shot out of that?
The cargo is in our hands. Escort it back to base.
Yeah, they've really reduced the range on those things or something. It's really irritating. Put your fucking helmet on, scumbag.
They've returned their cargo.
God damn it! Tags. Fuck you, be a man. That's what you get, stupid.
Stormtroopers have
Fuck you. Why are they spawning them so close?
cargo picked up. Protect it.
You're dead anyways.
Cargo is captured and secure.
Thank you. Not too impressed with that map. It's a little bit linear. Anyway, so it's just something I was realizing, which made me go back to my original point that I always bring up, that this current geek culture, and I put that in quotation marks, is a load of bullshit. It's just a lot of people who claim they're into geeky shit. It's kind of like whenever you see the random pretty girl on YouTube claiming she read comics all her life. And don't get me wrong, I'm sure there's a few of them that are 100% true, and I'm sure there's a few of them that were hired by whatever media company that is to have some girl up there acting like she, you know, read X-Force or whatever back in the day. You know? Oh my god, the Infinity Gauntlet, blah, 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 blah. Like, fuck you, you read that, you know? And that's kind of my thing with the Star Wars stuff, because I'm like, what's up with all the hate on the prequels to that level? Like, hell, there was even stuff in Phantom Menace I liked, even back then. I don't hate it that much, I just really hate Jar Jar. And I don't sit there and go, you know, because even when I rewatched it after the Red Letter Media thing, I'm like, you know, the Obi-Wan not using the Force thing kind of made sense for anyone who played the game, because you're like, doesn't he get knocked down, like, I don't know, 3 stories to a lower level and has to use the Force jump up? And in all the games, they've always kind of implied that you can't instantly use a super force power up behind another one. You know, so it's kind of like he wouldn't be all charged up to force run. You know, so I'm like, yeah, that makes sense in retrospect. And honestly, my bigger problem with the prequel duels had nothing to do with the speed or choreography. It had everything to do with just they don't make sense from a fencing perspective. They're neat looking though, but most people don't know that. And stage sword fighting versus actual sword fighting is totally different. You intentionally do flashier moves for stage. And I won't fault a movie for that. It's just shit that I notice, you know. Which again, when you watch the Empire Strikes Back duel, you can tell that Bob Anderson is in the suit if you're a fencer, because you go, hey, those are actual saber parries. You know, you can tell that he's an Olympic trained fencer. So, you know, whereas again, I watch the other stuff and it's like, yeah, I can tell that Nick Galling or whatever, yeah, Drawing, I can't remember. Drawing, whatever. Nick Gilliard. You can tell that he might have had some martial arts training, but he, some of the Eastern stuff, I think, in martial arts classes was probably done more because it's flashy looking, not necessarily because it was actually like pragmatic war shit, which I think MMA kind of proved. You know, like the stuff you learn in karate class, some of it works in MMA, but a lot of it didn't. It'll work against somebody who's not trained, don't get me wrong. Some thug who's just muscular, yeah, you can kick his ass, but some thug who's been trained, you know, and wrestling your ass to the ground and choking your ass out, you kind of got problems, and you better really be good at kicking and moving away from him trying to take you to the ground. Which is hard to do when that kick involves planting yourself to the ground. Same with sword fighting, which was something that someone tried to prove a point on with, let's see. Okay, let's check this out. Someone was trying to bring up with why Obi-Wan gives himself up to be killed. Because again, I'm like, you know, see, that's a great example. And it's because of this damn commercial for Battlefront, I realized, again, you're being too hypercritical. The prequels, when again, you don't sit there and go, how the hell is just being able to talk to some guy when you're dead being more powerful than I can possibly imagine? I can think of many more things, Obi-Wan, you know, and just being a blue ghost that harasses Luke Skywalker, that's really not all that powerful, you know? Hey, Luke. Damn it, Obi-Wan, I'm on the shitter right now. Give a man some privacy, you know? You must go to the... In a minute, God. I'm trying to tell you to go to Dagobah. Oh, bullshit. Fuck you on that crap. You let me get the rocket shot off first, you motherfucker. Once you realize that stuff, you start... It's just like this game. I'm like... I think it's because somebody else brought it up, and I was already kind of going that way anyways, but you really realize that when somebody else says it, you're just like... You know what Star Wars fans love to talk about more than anything else? How much they hate Star Wars. And I'm like, you know, that wasn't true back in the 90s. Hell, that wasn't true even up to 05. It was just, yeah, there's stuff we didn't like about the prequels, but we didn't hate the prequels in total either. And again, that's why I say, you know, people bitching about there not being a Clone Wars. You're the same guys who say you hate the prequels in total. You know, if you're over there going, oh, the battle droids this and that, can you not blame an outside fucking company going, well, then we won't do the prequels at all? You know? Well, I can see why they would think that might be a wise move. Guys, we're the distance, guys. Why are you charging them? We don't have to charge them. team is exceptionally retarded. Anyways, though, yeah, so, yeah, no, I'm not going to stay for that. That's too dumb, even for me. Hey, this might be a good time to get out there and get your hero hunt wins. What? Yeah, you might be. Hell, we might get into a room with a bunch of retards. That'd be great. But that was my thing, because again, when people are sitting there bitching about shit like, from my standpoint, the Jedi are evil. So? Well, it's just so dumb. But you thought even the you were my brother Anakin shit? Well, they had you say that. Be honest about what the prequels were. There's stuff that he had to do no matter what. He had to do the setup of the Clone Wars. He has to do the Clone Wars. He has to do the relationship between Obi-Wan and Yoda. He has to do a relationship between Anakin and Obi-Wan. He had to do Emperor and Anakin. He has to do Anakin and whoever the hell their mother was. He had to do, the twins being born. You're just like, crap. I can see now why, if you really think about, I've got tops 2 hours and 30 minutes every time, and 3 films to do that across. Yeah, I can kind of see why they're a mismatch. Oh, and you also have to do the fall of the Empire and the Republic. You also have to show what the Republic was like beforehand. Like, yeah, he had some issues. Stuff that he painted himself into the corner with. So, and maybe he did have an outline, but I'm realizing that as I watch him, I'm just like, we're kind of hypercritical of this guy. Because the same stuff that we like about the originals, it's just passing moments, like, you literally don't question, somebody was upset about, well, why does the Senate just let him just declare it's an empire? Because they liked him, evidently. They always say that George Washington could have declared himself king and the old Americans would have allowed it. He just chose democracy. I mean, I know that we were doing democracy before that, but again, some people wanted to just make him king again. Fuck it, And it's not like he wouldn't have got away with it. I think we all, from what we gather from American history, kind of go, yeah, there might have been some bitching, but he was bigger than all the guys who would have bitched, and the military guys were obviously behind Washington, so the people that would have rebelled against him couldn't have did shit about it, So, Caesar's another good example. He turned against a corrupt Senate, depending on which way you're looking at it, Or that was going to come after him anyways, but still, it's not like people just allow empires to take them over unless they're like invaded by them, People do allow empires to just happen, because that's how they become, and that's kind of the story, And again, even look at Germany, which someone was trying to argue with me over that. They're like, well, it was the Depression and all that other stuff, and Hitler didn't do the genocide thing until after. Yeah, but he still did the Night of Long Knives, which is pretty much relating more to, I know they may call it the Jedi Holocaust in the EU, but really, they are a political and religious enemy, and it's not like anybody, from what it's pretty much gathered, nobody knows that Palpatine is also the Sith Lord, They just know that Palpatine, because he doesn't go out there and go, my face is all scarred because I was forced lightning in Mace Windu, or because I was using my evil powers and it makes my face all jacked up, He didn't say whichever one it was. Just another one of those points where people aren't being consistent about what they like the other. So again, I'm like, well, if you say that you hate the prequels for the CGI and then you want to see the original unedited versions, those look pretty shitty, people. Well, yeah, but they're better because they're real miniatures. Yeah, but they don't look real good. They looked okay for the 80s. They don't look good for the 90s even. That's why he did the special editions. Even when I watched them unedited, I noticed, crap, the bat lines were real bad on the originals. Hell, you even watch the Blu-ray versions, you can still see the boxy outline around the TIE fighters in A New Hope. Where they, I guess, I don't know if it was blue screening or if it was, I guess it was blue screening back then, wasn't it? They just had a miniature and a blue screen behind it, and then they would just work in the space shit and then just paste that in. So, what was that? Oh, yeah. This actually might be the best map for. This would be the best map for. I'm not sure, actually. I bet... Yeah, no one plays this fucking shit. Hang on, we'll try that again. Yeah, this is the... I can see why this is the least popular mode, though. Because it's so much relying on luck. It really is. Yeah, but it's just stuff like that to me that where people are just being damn inconsistent. You know, if I ask someone to explain why they like Star Wars, the original one, A New Hope, whatever, why do you like it? You know, is that really a deep film or is it just a summer popcorn film, a blockbuster? You know, I mean, let's be honest, it's not that deep. It's a good film, I like it, but it's not exactly Breaking Bad or something like that, where it's real brainy or something and has like deep symbolism. It's not that. Never was. Hell, I wouldn't even compare it to Jurassic Park as far as the brainy level goes. But Star Wars never was Star Trek. Which is probably why I always had a wider appeal. But I'm just like, you know, yeah. And that's why I say I blame this fake geek culture crap of, you know, well, therefore I'm a geek because I liked Star Wars. No, you kind of liked Star Wars. You know, you liked some of the films, you know. And in reality, I don't think you actually even liked those. You just liked them because you liked them when you were a kid. I mean, I was watching one the other day, one of these Star Wars forums, where they were discussing special editions versus the originals. They're all over. They're all damn near 40, so they're, you know, older than me, even. And they were actually saying that they preferred Yub Nub, and I'm like, come on, man. I was actually happy about that change. You know, Jedi Rocks is bullshit. I agree, but Yub Nub was bullshit in the original. Oh man, that was just. Oh, oh. You want to talk about tone? No one wants to play this fucking game mode. In the end, it's probably what's going to happen to Marvel too. The minute they finally make a bad film, or the minute superheroes finally do wear off, it's going to happen to Marvel just as it did before with Star Wars, where it's like Star Wars in the slow times is always left to its nerdy fan base. You know, I got people over there arguing with me Plinkett points like, well, you can't count the EU. Now let's talk about what happened in the Clone Wars. You're counting the cartoon. That's EU. Everything that is not the fucking movies is EU. It's not just some guy who buys every one of the books that, you know, only people like him read. And I'm not hating on the people who read the books, you know. I don't really read them. I think I've read 3. 3? Yeah, I tried to one, you know, before I moved out. And I was bored and I had stuff to do, you know. In between applying for jobs, I might as well read Star Wars books, right? See if they're worth a shit. Some of them were incredibly boring. I mean, you know, some writers are good at knowing how to write sci-fi action, and some, you know, want to add a lot of extra crap in there. All right, fuck it. We'll just, not that I would really notice the difference. I bet this shit's full. Really? Maybe not. Maybe I spoke too soon. Okay. And that's what I get for playing late. I bet Blast is. Well, God, yeah, my cargo was shit. At least with those guys. Really? No. Yeah, I know I'll get that. I'm trying to find just that. Hmm. Oh, no, I know that'll be full. Try it again. I guess we're just waiting to see if we can find one rotate. I hope, by the way, they don't do this like hard-headed typical EA shit. Which I assume this is part of the reason why they're getting away from servers. Because they're trying to force people to actually play all the fucking maps. So that, like, this is a big thing about Battlefield 4 and Hardline and 3. When people move on from a map, those maps die. You know, unless they're really something people are into, you know, that the main game or whatever did not offer. I really want to do a hero hunt on that map just to see what it's like. I really don't want to do a hero hunt outside of that. Here, let's just see if it's just a shit in general. Yep, okay. Yeah, it's just trying to find a specific map. No, I don't want to do Droid Run for any reason. A Walker Assault like it's nothing, huh? Actually, a lot of the points I get when I'm arguing these points, though, to people, is mainly just shit like, touch my Wookiee. He did it for the... Ugh. It's usually just insults. You know, like, you're an idiot. You know, it takes too long for me to explain why. Like, really? Actually, what kind of nerd doesn't want to explain why? You're not really a nerd. You're not really a geek. Stop claiming to be one. This is what I keep saying. You know? The films are shit because of cinematography. Are you a film school guy? No. Do you even know what they're actually talking about? Do you know what a continuous shot really is? Do you actually notice them outside of films where it's been pointed out to you? You know? Saying, you know, I don't actually care about that shit. You know, because there's films I like that don't have all that crap. Sometimes, hell, it's distracting. You know, they're trying to do some neat camera panning bullshit. I mean, just Goodfellas is a great example. Love that film. I've never noticed that the opening's like a 10-minute long continuous shot. Never noticed. You know, too busy, you know, because again, if you're just not a film buff guy who knows all cinematography crap behind it, you don't care. It's just like, oh, huh. Same with like Citizen Kane. They do like this big long tracking shot, you know, going through a house. You don't notice that crap. They'll notice it. Because again, those people are more obsessed with, they know the behind the scenes stuff. And they're sitting there thinking like, oh yeah, that must have been hard to do. Wonder how they did that, you know? Alright, whatever. He's dedicated. And now I can find it on this shit. Or I could earlier, just a second ago. It just got boring fast. Yeah, alright, no. Alright, whatever. That's another thing. To me, I just literally combine these fucking things. You know? Like, I get it for now. That's fine, I guess. But, seriously, just combine that crap. Like Call of Duty used to do. I think they still do. You know? It's a smarter way to force people to buy the DLC. Anyways. Well, that's not fair. Well, you didn't bitch a single word when Activision was doing it. Well, that's different because I hate EA. You should hate Activision too. Yeah, but I like their games. EA released the same shit year after year. Of course. I agree. But be consistent with your hate. Hell, the other thing I've been running into is all these DICE apologists. Like, I've been hanging around so many Swedes, you know. Actually, I'm like, man, you know, take it back. The Swedes aren't even that apologetic of fucking DICE. And they're from the same country as them. Oh, you got lucky. Look at that.
Lord Vader has arrived.
Really? You chose Vader? That was your Merry Christmas fuck bag. That shit should hit no matter what.
Our walker is under fire and is critical to this attack. Draw their fire.
Ooh, they are whooping the shit out of us. You gonna work? Nope. I don't get that inconsistent shit, man.
The walker needs protection.
Informant has revealed Skywalker's presence in your quadrant. Prepare to face him.
Join us or die. And I'll have sex with his mother. Wait, I did have sex with his mother, clearly. A very smart rocket. This map kind of changes how I fight, honestly.
Be ready for hostiles.
You dickwad. Stop it. Stop it.
Skywalker has been defeated. Readings indicate a bomber is targeting our AT-AT.
How does that not hit anybody? Hey. This map, I swear. I'm gonna start playing the other shit. Bet you my shit still works fine, it just is the
We must shut it down.
wider open map.
We've deactivated their
Idiot. I'm gonna start using the E11 again, I swear.
Deactivated their uplink. Prevent any reactivation attempts.
Scanners indicate the rebels have activated an uplink station.
Bitch!
Keep an eye out for rebels. Rebels have called in a Y-wing attack. Must deactivate that uplink station to stop their bombers.
Our AT-AT is being targeted by an enemy bomber.
Yeah. See, when you got like 5 guys aiming at you all at once, you know. They're definitely gonna get it, I'll give them that.
Lord Vader will help us make these traitors
The shadows look good. I'm playing like shit.
Rebel bombers are making their attack run.
Man, fuck you, scumbag. Alright, fine. For whatever reason, I need this now.
Walker needs protection. Layer Organa has been spotted nearby.
The rebel scum have destroyed our walker.
Those pieces of shit.
Rebel uplinks located. Advance. The rebels have activated the uplink station. We must shut it down. Deactivate that uplink station. Otherwise, the rebel bombers will use it to zero in on your location. Princess Organa has been dealt with.
Dude, go to hell.
The Emperor will help assure
Do that shit again, you fucking rebel scum. Like that crap.
Rebel Y-Wing has locked onto our walker.
Princess Leia Organa is near your location.
God damn it. Oh. Explains a lot.
The rebels have taken control of the uplink station.
God damn it. I do need to start using the old jetpack shield combo again. It is just not the map for it. Fuck off.
Rebel uplink has been turned off. The rebels have activated the uplink. Move on that position.
God damn it. I'm really beginning to feel like I need that fucking stupid shield crap. Why?
The rebels have activated the uplink station. We must shut it down.
Fag. Oh my god, dude. I'm doing terrible. God damn, you're gay. Alright, fag.
Warwick has a lock on our AT-AT.
Fuck you.
Rebel Y-wings are targeting the walkers.
Lord Vader has arrived.
The rebels
Mm.
destroyed our walker.
Damn, I did bad. It's actually making me think that they did something to the... I guess I need to actually look at the website. Do they have that information on those? I don't know. Are they already letting their dice crap get out of control? We're doing what we do best, ruining our own shit. And no, you can't say that's EA doing that, people. You know it's not. I doubt they're sitting around managing the fucking servers. Hold on just a second. Let's see. News and media. They're not as easy to track down and figure out what they've changed, so we're just going to try to... We got game updates. Here we go. Updates. First patch notes. Online traffic. That's it. They didn't actually change anything. Certainly feels like they did. I don't know. Maybe it's just having more wide open shit. I don't know. It just seems odd to me that the old GL is not working now. The guy hates me. Nerf herder. Yeah, all it takes is that just to get them killed.
Targeted by our Y-wing.
So if you got an ion torpedo, just occasionally lean up, help your local pilot. He'll help you out.
That's the end of Boba Fett.
The uplink station has been activated. Y-wing locking sequence offline. We need to reactivate the uplink.
Well, that was another one that people were debating. Again, it's because Red Letter Media said it. The prequel fight, to them, the duel, the duel between Anakin and Obi-Wan, is too long? Like, that's what the entirety of the prequels was building up to, right? It's only 15 minutes.
Uplink offline.
I think it's 15 minutes total, including all the shit with the Emperor and Yoda.
Red Squadron, we need air cover.
I was like, what Star Wars fan didn't want to see that? Because that was kind of one of those questions you'd always wanted to know back in the day, Like, oh wait, you're not really a fan. Nah, I am too a fan. You can't say I'm not. Yeah, I can. You're just a casual fan. It's cool.
Princess Leia is providing you with backup.
But,
Y-wing
Don't be trying to-
initialized.
don't be sitting around telling me that the entire prequel series is just totally fucked up when, again, the reason why the prick thought he could get away with that stuff? Because he did it in the originals. That's exactly why I thought it would work. You're doing a movie about space monks. How interesting are they going to be compared to Space Cowboy and Night Friend,
Behind you, take him off.
I still got your faggot boyfriend, jackass.
The Y-wings need that uplink operational in order to get to you in time.
Red Squadron, we need X-wing support. Locked in and ready to go.
That Imperial never saw it coming.
He paid me back in full, Daddy. Got a receipt for you too, jackass.
That's it, you got it.
Bombers are making their attack run.
It's not fair, Daddy. I hate my life. I hate you too.
The walker is exposed.
Coming, dude.
Focus all firepower on it.
Vader is nearby. Be cautious.
Enemy fight.
I know it. You'll pay for that if I find another A-Wing. You lazy piece of shit.
The AT is defenseless. Now's our chance.
It's not fun.
Red Squadron, we need fighter cover.
Oh, God.
Look out, heavy missile.
Focus your attack on the walker. It won't be vulnerable for much longer.
Way to go.
Oh, and, fuck you.
Get to the uplink
This is something I'm willing for them to do, and I say this as a vehicle guy. Since you're trying to be so diplomatic about vehicles, you shouldn't let people grab them back to back. Put a time limit on it. I'm serious.
Enemy fighter is locked on you. Scratch one Imperial fighter.
Suck my cock. Daddy, it's not fair.
Imperial fighter down.
Y-wing targeting systems locked.
Another one down. That's the wrong direction.
There's no such thing as a wrong direction. Only wrong people.
We've defeated Vader.
Uplink station has been activated.
Nice shot. But don't get cocky.
Skywalker's got your back. Walker targeted by our Y-wing. Bomber locked in.
Nice shooting.
Enemy fighter neutralized. You got one.
Stay out of the goddamn air.
Our Y-wing's got a
Or I'll
lock on
keep
the
coming.
Walker.
Till I die. With anger.
That was a great
Said
shot.
stay on the goddamn air, punk.
Our spies are telling us Vader is nearby. Be alert.
You got him. Hostile behind you. Shake him off.
Almost did it, but then you didn't.
Almost there. Great shot. You're being followed.
The walker is exposed.
Hey, come back.
Where are you going?
That's a sight for sore
Stay the
eyes.
fuck out of the air.
One less hostile.
I'm serious.
That AT-AT has sustained serious damage. Focus fire.
Whatever you asshole imps can muster, this is it.
You're going the wrong way. Hostile fighters locking on. Enemy fighter down.
Scanners
Such a
indicate
retard.
weakening. Take
I
it
enjoyed
down while
punishing
can.
you for that, though. Would you like some more?
off.
I think that means their air game is done. A pity. I'll miss all those epic dogfights with you scum. I should totally be behind me. Nope. I can't be first place anymore. Why? 'Cause he shot me out of the sky. He was fun killing us. I mean, I was doing the same thing, but it was different when I did it.
We've lost the uplink signal. Reactivated.
I'm just gonna be a dickwad to you guys.
That's the end of the Dark Lord of the City. Uplink station
Oh,
engaged.
yes. Oh, I'm afraid they will be quite operational by the time you get here. I don't even have to be close to the ground for that. You should have stayed out. You will try.
Uplink activated. Watch for Imperial counterattack.
Locking sequence offline.
Skywalker's in the zone to provide backup.
We've activated the uplink station. Well done.
Boba Fett has arrived and is working for the Imperials. Take him out.
What a shit.
Uplink offline. Get it back up. We need it for our Y-wings.
We have activated an uplink station. Prepare for enemy attack.
Oh, I got a message from Bartek927. He's that burned up about it. I don't care. It doesn't matter to me. I ruined your little game. You weren't better.
Walker targeted by our Y-wing.
You know, maybe had you not killed me so damn much in the snow speeder, I wouldn't have returned the favor. But I am the better pilot. And the best part is, I got proof of it. Because I guarantee you, I'd probably get your ass in that TIE fighter. I'd die a few times, but I'd get you. I'd get you out of that sky. Oh, I can keep finding them.
Bomber received AT-AT coordinates.
Literally doesn't matter to me. You must just eat your soul up, dude. I bet you're just sitting up there holding up a rocket to the sky waiting for me to come down. But it won't matter. I'll hang up here as long as I possibly can. Hell, I was about to ditch just to be a dickwad to you.
Y-wing targeting.
I can't see the walker up here, you know? Oh, there he is. Yeah, there he is. Yeah. Oh, yeah, I'll pour down into him quite easily.
strike incoming.
Walker down.
And you left the game. Pain. It warms my soul. Temple Fugit, that's cool. That's a Clock King. Yes. Good. Yes, it did. Let's see what whiny crap he whined to me. Let's see. Dude, quit camping the spot. No, I don't know what he says yet. And then I blocked him. Okay, sorry about that, folks. Yeah, no, I just told him that he brought it up himself. You know, you saw it. You were watching the other night. I got the shit stripped out of me. And those of you who watch know I can fly. Damn right I'll repay you for that shit if I find a way to get up there. You will get the receipt every time. Difference is I'm now creating a new tactic, which is fly up really high and then come down. Really a new tactic, actually. That's just a classic, come from above. That's Red Baron stuff there. I'm not even kidding. He literally was the one who always like, come from above with the sun to your back, you know. It's again, if you watch my shit, I played War Thunder. I'm into flying. I'm into bombing more than I am fighting, but, it's kind of like Quigley Down Under. I never said I wasn't good at it. I just prefer bombing because it's unique to me, because I've been playing fighter since Top Gun on NES, which I'm sure I said a million times in my War Thunder playthroughs. And again, he brought it on himself. Don't strafe the shit out of me. You do it, and there's a pilot down there, and he gets up there, he's gonna come looking for your ass. And seeing as how his score was entirely dependent on flying, yeah, I returned the favor. Damn right I did. He was logged off the game too. I guess I must have pissed him off that much. I don't mind it as much, honestly. This is what kills me, though, is that this game is a shitload more democratic. And that's why I'm kind of like, people are being too hard on it. Because the stuff they have innovated in is really stuff for the quote-unquote, what I call fish in the barrel people out there, and even me when I'm playing shitty. They've really went out of their way to make it to where you can actually fight back against a guy who's really elite. And that's why I kind of feel like maybe there should be a delay. There should be like a good minute delay between picking up a vehicle coin again. So like if nobody else wants to grab the X-Wing for a minute, fine. You know, you can have it. And Heroes too. Because then we would actually, then don't get me wrong, guys that are good, and I've had matches, and people have seen them where, I'll still come in first without, using a vehicle or hero or anything. And sometimes I do prefer playing on the ground. I'm not totally always in flying or totally, well, I think the ATST, it is a good vehicle, but it depends who you're playing against. If you're playing against a good team, fuck, If you're playing against a bad team, you're going to have some fun. Or if you're playing against a distracted team, you're going to have some fun. And I do think, actually, because of the weakness of the ATST, which doesn't seem so weak that it's out of place, it doesn't feel like a battlefield vehicle. It feels like the ATST. Like it's strong, it can take a few hits, but it can't take everybody focusing on it. And that's my thing. And well, I do understand that guy's point that the TIEs are weaker. And by the way, when they put in that TIE Int thing, that's cool that they did that. That's the Interceptor. But, yeah. Oh, and that's another thing. You lost to me in an Interceptor. You have more of a chance with that thing. It can turn, but I still beat you in that, too. But anyways, yeah, so. C'est la vie. That felt good. It's too bad I didn't land and Hogan on his ass a few times. Hit him with the pose. But seriously, you were doing that shit right back. Quit acting like you're innocent. You're gonna harass the living fuck out of me. I'm gonna pay you back. For some reason, that map, more than any other I've seen, for whatever reason, does seem to really let the T-47s really kick the shit out of the ground. I don't know. It does feel like they kind of screwed with things. I could be wrong. I think it might just be that map, honestly. Which is why I'm kind of like, this is a map that even I feel weird about playing. Because it is longer distances, and it's so much so that it really seems to encourage hanging back and using the cards more than even your primary. And whoever pops his head up is going to have at least 3 dudes shooting at him. Which is fine, again, but I don't mind maps like that so much that I'll never play them, I'm not one of those guys that's just like, that map hurts my game, so I won't play it. I go from being first to being middle. It's fine. I don't care. I'd prefer to be in the top 3 or 4, or top 5, honestly. I'm fine with that. If I come in there, I felt like I did something. If I didn't, then I feel like I was fucking around. Or I got my ass kicked. But he brought it on himself, folks. In the same breath, though, what's weird about... Well, you kind of have to do it no matter what. There's a way to do it, and I do think they need to protect the spawns. Probably a bit more like BC, or it's not BC, Battlefield 4 did. Battlefield 4 actually did a decent job defending the spawns from the air power. There's a way to do it. I think they should do that because it does encourage spawn killing. But the game encourages spawn killing no matter what. I mean, is it any more honorable when you're the three guys up there and a guy is coming out? He's dead. He might get one of you. Maybe. And you damn right I spam my shields. I don't want you killing me. It's the snake maneuver. You come at them. That's the snake maneuver. When you're coming at them, you hit the shields, you fire the proton torpedo, you're locking on with the guns firing, and then you hit the dodge at the last second when they fire the proton torpedo. That's the snake maneuver. Well, not that complicated. It's kind of like one of those ninja things where, again, you're both coming at meeting it ahead. Hell, even with the TIE fighter, half the time I do end up killing them. It's just I usually end up dying because I don't have shields. And I don't know how I feel about that because I'm like, well, that is canon. I just feel like maybe you give them another tie, you know, or maybe to be fair, you allow all the ties to spawn at once, kind of like they're doing. And you don't let everyone come up unless there's at least, you know, a numerical, I don't want to say advantage, not a numerical advantage, but at least, you know, no one can come up just by themselves. If there's three guys up there, you're not sent up there in the imps, you know, because while, and I'm okay with actually some bullshit occurring in fighter supremacy. Well, not bullshit so much as it is, yes, it is correct by canon that the rebels have shields and the TIEs didn't. That is. And it's, hell, if you really want to stick to canon that much, don't even give the TIEs the ion torpedo. Because what Battlefront 1 did is the rebels didn't have shields. You know, they were pretty much an even match, and I just think the rebels had proton torpedoes, but there was a limited amount. You know, I think you got like 10. And you would have to land to go get more. No problem with that either. I think with the TIEs, what they should do is, at least for air superiority, is just add 2 more guys to the other side so that we get kind of the feeling that they have a numerical advantage, or just put more fucking AIs on their team, or you keep it 20 on 20 and you make it 250 for the rebel side and 200 for the imperial side. That balances it back out, or 225 or whatever, you know. That's probably the easiest fix, and therefore that still simulates the proper, there's more of the Empire. That was always the Imperial explanation of, well, why does the TIE fighter suck compared to the X-Wing? Because the Empire has billions of people and the Rebellion has much, much less. That's why their shit has to be really good. Again, it's a classic example of comparing like American aircraft to Russian aircraft as far as strategy. I'm talking like, what generation? 4th or 5th generation stuff, where we're talking like F-14, F-15, F-16 versus like, I don't know, the MiG-21 or whatever. So the Russian tactic is, yeah, we don't care if your stuff can shoot us from 10 miles away. We got like 10,000 of them, and you got like, I don't know, 1,000 of those. The American side is, yeah, but we can target all 10,000 of them at once, and we'll have enough damn missiles on those things that will shoot you down 10 miles away, you know. And that's pretty much how they did Star Wars in the original series, which is fine and it's cool with me. I'm just saying, for gameplay's sake, at the high levels, the Empire gets crushed. And, you know, Empire's actually always been at a disadvantage in these games if they try to keep the numerical balance there, which is not correctly, you know, like, I'm fine with you guys doing canon, and even like Empire at War tried to do that stuff, but give the Empire their correct numerical due, or at least a little bit of one, so that you still get that, so that the rebels aren't just, because I mean, like, even on Empire at War, the AT-AT was great until you got snow speeders, or the AT-AT was great until you got a shitload of rebel tanks, and then your tanks were still better than the AT-AT if you had enough of them, you know. Which is just like, I mean, that's always been the problem with the AT-AT. It's a great vehicle. It's really intimidating. But again, it gets taken out by a little punk aircraft that ties its feet up, you know. Which goes back to my point with the prequel stuff. And I'm glad for whoever kudos me on that. Ah, yes, that still felt good. Oh yeah, I want to go back to looking for Hero Hunt now. Douchebag. Oh, you're rolling. Shut your mouth, jabroni. cool. Oh, counter with A. Yeah, I knew this shit was gonna be cheap. I still damn near killed you. Maybe it's just I don't got the range on these things yet. I don't know.
Skywalker has been defeated.
Han Solo has been tracked and spotted near your position. That smuggler must answer for his crimes against the Empire.
His only crime was loving the kids too much. Oh yeah, and I'll stand by that whole what I said earlier about part of the reason why Harrison Ford survives. I'm beginning to realize, because we were talking about how he fought so hard against his that sniper shot was damn near fatal to those guys. Damn it. And this is nothing like a good shield. Damn it. Bag. Damn it. Yeah, maybe we want to cancel that. What a dickwad. He was flexing on me. It's not fair. He did good. But unless he leaves, I'm not staying. Yeah, there's no reason for him to... From his standpoint, there's no reason for him to leave. I don't blame him. I wouldn't leave if I had just won one. I'd stay in there and kick the shit out of him again. But you foiled him, Big Red. Yeah, maybe. I'm not really a fan of the whatever Gozer Heights. Was it God? What? Goes on. Jakku's alright. My thing about Jakku, though, this is the stuff that I didn't like them doing it in the prequels, and I don't know if I'm going to... To a certain extent, there's going to be some fan service, because obviously the originals are still in this. But, for God's sakes, you made another planet that looks just like Tatooine. Why didn't you just go back to Tatooine? Because it's been done to death. And it could just be a planet where it's a desert on it, like our planet. Okay, I guess, you know. Still, you know, I don't know. I'm not like ate up. Maybe I'll go check the Wikipedia on that, see if they got any info on Jakku. Because to me, I'm gonna be half shocked if I learn that Jakku's actually the name of Tatooine, and it's what it was called. Blah 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 blah. I bet you. I'm half willing to bet it. Oh, so we were in Tatooine all along. Yep. So, anyways, I'm out. Thanks for watching. Oh no, screw that guy that we kicked the shit out of.